I made this little toy, and it all started with a simple idea. I wanted to create something cute for the upcoming summer. Kinda like a shark that doesn't actually know how to swim. I thought it would be great to make a clicker fidget that goes up and down whenever I press it. Maybe like this. And then I dreamed up another design. It's me, running away from the shark. And in the same way, it goes up and down like a clicker. But then, I had a little problem. I don't really know how to model. I picked up some basic modeling skills on my own, but that's not enough. I actually made this key holder back in March, and I got help from AI using some free credits for the design. So I checked out some AI sites. Well, I decided to just save my money and use my own time instead. A lot of hours. I started making it from scratch. First, I made a base for the swimming tube and the ocean, so it looks like it's floating on the water. But I'm gonna add some detail to the water by creating the waves one by one, and then cleaning up the edges for a clean finish. And then I cut out a hole in the ocean base, so the key switch can slide right in later. Let me check if it's perfect fit. And I'll go with some classic red and white stripes for the tube. And for the ocean, I'll go with a nice deep blue. Now, I'll place the switch base right in the center. And I'm adding the upper switch base and moving straight into modeling the body. I'm just going with my gut to shape and size everything, hoping it looks good. Moving on, I'm gonna add some legs and shoes on top. Well, probably separate shoes for easier printing. I'll just glue them on later. After refining the shape a little bit, I'm gonna paint them black. And I think I need to smooth out the body as well. Just a little bit of a touch. Let me see if it fits inside the tube. Everything looks good, so let's start painting them one by one. Adding some definition to the pants, because they look a little bit too plain. For the next step, let's make a shark. Sculpting this was much harder than I thought, but let's just keep going. I need to create the shark's fin and arms with his wide open mouth, and adding the eyes and some subtle eyebrows. Honestly, I think the shark turned out a little bit ugly, but I believe they will actually make it more unique. I'm gonna separate his eyes as well. Alright, it should be good. I'm gonna do a test print first to see how it looks. I printed everything in a single color just to check the size, and I'm gonna take them off the plate one by one. The shoes go in first, and then snap the key switch into place. And for this, I want to upscale the tube and adjust the setting for better layers. The mechanism works, but I like to extend the body a little bit to cover the switch more. This applies to the shark too. So instead of stretching out the body, I decided to add a single line as a design point. Plus, it's an easier way to make it work. Now everything is ready. I'm gonna separate the water part from the tube and print it in a single color. It took about 45 minutes and came out really clean. I'm gonna repaint the colors on this one before slicing. Plus, I'm gonna use adaptive settings to make the tube smoother. And let's go slicing to print. It's a small piece, but it took about 3 hours because of the multicolor print. And I'll do multicolor for the body too, but it should be much faster. I forgot to do print by object, so it took about an hour. Normally, it would have taken less than 30 minutes. This time, after painting the shark, I'm gonna make sure to go with print by object so that we can save time. This plate took about 30 minutes and everything looks good. Finally, it's time to glue, just lightly adding shoes on top. And then remove the support with a bit of glue. Put the ring on top and combine these together. For the final touch, let me attach the switch cap and see how it feels like to click it. It's good. And time to complete this unique little shark. Let me remove the support and repeat the process. It's working. Alright, so I'm happy I can decorate my desk in such a cute way, and even happier to see this idea come to life.